The man calmly ate breakfast while watching a video on how to make a bomb, stuffing razor blades and nails into a pressure cooker. The powerful bomb was thus completed. Then they embraced each other and said goodbye, seemingly about to do something irreversible. It turned out that today was America's Patriot Day, and the public was holding a large marathon in Boston. The organizers first led everyone present to honor those who had died in wars. Then, they prepared to begin the 117th marathon. With the sound of a gunshot, the race officially started. After 3 hours, the first group of athletes successfully reached the finish line. Meanwhile, the two men had also arrived at the scene. Wearing hats, they moved through the crowd. When arriving at the crowded finish line, they quietly placed the two backpacks on the ground, then immediately fled the scene. Soon 2 explosions went off, and the site was thrown into chaos. Officer John, who was on site, reacted quickly. He urgently called for backup, but the streets were now filled with smoke from the explosions. People began to flee in panic, and many were affected by the blast. At this time, unaware participants were still arriving at the finish line. John immediately ordered the scene to be closed off, and began evacuating the chaotic crowd. Soon the FBI arrived at the scene, along with various high-level officials. The case was taken over by Special Agent Rick. When he discovered steel balls in the bomb, he immediately classified the incident as a terrorist attack. Rick then ordered the confiscation of Evrion's phones and surveillance equipment on the scene. They would use every possible method to quickly find the perpetrators because this incident was certain to attract global attention. They then established a command center in a nearby warehouse, where various departments began working together to find clues. At that moment, the two terrorists were sitting at home, watching media reports on the case. However, soon a police officer spotted a man wearing a white hat in the footage from the explosion site. He had left the scene just minutes before the blast, but the image was too blurry to clearly see his face. Then the police found clearer footage of the two men's retreat in other surveillance cameras. To reassure the public and handle media pressure, the police quickly released photos of the suspects. After extensive media coverage, the whole world saw the pictures of the two men. When the two men saw that they had been identified by the police, they did not plan to hide. Instead, they prepared to head to their next target, New York.